then what the trolls were saying would be benign, surely, unless it was true. Am I correct? Such a itchy nose. I'm in a 2-bedroom temporary accommodation with my 5-year and I'm currently pregnant. And there you go, there's the proof. I was in temporary accommodation when my daughter was a baby. I told this story the other day. I won't say it again. He says the clinics email them. Yes, so they can correspond through email, but you still need an address. You still need somewhere where you reside. Which she knows means good luck coming. It could mean that, or it could mean hay fever. But yeah, I hope that you all see where I'm coming from with this. So, for me, you can't tell anyone who knows who you are, you can't tell anyone that you can't afford to live somewhere. Not to mention that you have moved to London, which is one of the most expensive places in the UK to live. You moved there from Manchester, saying it was because you wanted to be near the clinics, because that's what you needed. You don't need to be near the clinics. Not one bit. Nowhere in the UK does it state that you need to live in London to go to the clinics. Absolutely not. I don't live in London. Chloe, thank you so much for the butterfly. Do you get my point? So I don't really understand how they think anyone is going to let that fly. Because you know what? Because for me, it simply isn't true. It simply just is not true. And you know what? Let's just run with it. If it is true, who's brought that on? All that screaming at all hours. Exactly. Now, I posted a video yesterday of Elphaba dancing at stupid o'clock in the fucking kitchen area, whatever, with the music blasting. Who's to say that wasn't at 3 o'clock in the morning they're waking people up? Then the screeching at the top of the lungs fucking defying gravity when no one wants to hear it. They are scruffy as, just saying, they absolutely stink, quite clearly, and I've heard that from other people who've met them, by the way. I'm not just saying that off my own back. Apparently they absolutely stink. Now, if it was me, and I owned somewhere that was like a hostel type place that multiple people were renting out or had a room or whatever, I don't want no one making it any worse than what it already is by leaving the shit lying around and screeching and stuff like that. I know that's not just my opinion. I know that that is 99.9999% of the people's opinion if they were in their position. Am I right? Yeah. I can't be wrong about this because the evidence is right there. It's stacked up against them. Absolutely stacked. Hello, Lucy. Antisocial behaviour, absolutely. Talking about anything we're talking about, absolutely, of course. What was that? But why do people... Oh, I didn't say that. Where's it gone? But why do people still hate him? I don't know. I don't know how anyone in their right mind... And their excuse, right? So, 1 minute, they're kind of going, I'm only 20-year-old. Like, making out as if they're still young. I'm only 20-year-old, like, about my transition. No. You're a fucking adult. And you need to grow the fuck up. But in the next breath, they're kind of going, I'm 20-year-old, don't treat me like a... Hang on a fucking minute. You're backtracking to fuck on what you're fucking saying. Now, stop taking the piss out of people, all these communities. Stop taking advantage of people. People's good nature that you've done for years now, took advantage of people. Stop taking the piss out of the trans community, because I'm really, really getting my fucking back up about it now. Oh, they haven't been in contact with me for a year, and then they said this, and they stop fucking lying. Oh, man. Stop lying. What are you lying for? No one believes you anyway. Step aside and make room for people who actually want to start hormones, who actually want to go through a transition. Make way for these people, because these people, the young trans generation, are fucking suffering. They are suffering because there is no room for them, because people like you are taking up the fucking spots, not doing fuck all though, sitting there, crying, oh, I've got such a hard life because everyone hates me. Can you blame them? Can you blame people for not liking you when you are the person that you are? When you have put that much crap out into the world and it continues. It continues. That's why I still do videos on them. I wouldn't still be doing videos if there was no more said about it. You have got these 15, 16, 17, 18, whatever year olds, even and young adults, whatever, in pain. They are in pain every day because they have to suffer the wrath of how they were born. And I'm sorry for getting antsy about it, but it's stepping on my last fucking nerve now. These poor young trans... I was young once. I was a young trans person. I came out when I was 19. God fucking forbid, right? If I was any younger, I might not have even lived to tell the fucking tale. Hi, Jane, by the way. I might not have even lived to tell the fucking tale. And that is scary. That is so fucking scary. And that you've got this person taking the absolute piss out of the fucking lot of us. And not just trans people. Like disabled people. People who suffer with things on the daily. What about them? All the crap. Crap after crap after crap. And then they call everyone a fucking clout chaser. And then saying it's trolls. Make your mind up. Make your fucking mind up. What is it? One or the other. And obviously everyone's transphobic. Because every time someone says one thing about transphobic, it's all about transphobia, isn't it? Everyone's fucking transphobic. Everyone can't be transphobic. And I'll tell you again, and I apologise to people who've already heard it, and I sound like a broken record, right? But I'm going to say it again for the people who didn't hear it. You are not transphobic unless you maliciously offend or try to hurt a trans person. That is transphobia. Someone calling you a male because you look and sound like a male, that's not transphobia. That's saying what you say because we're human beings. That's how the fucking brain works. Maybe if you pin your lugs back a little bit and listen, you might actually realise that. And I swear, if Elphaba could walk one day in these young trans people's shoes to know how it actually feels, to know what gender dysphoria really fucking feels like, can guarantee they would not make it to the end of the day. They would be crying to go back to how they were. Because it's not transphobia. And it is not gender dysphoria. It's none of these things. Not at all. Alphaphobic, yeah. That's what I fucking am. But yeah, they're getting kicked out of a hostel. Yeah, why is that? It's funny, isn't it, how they can't hold down one place to live. They can't hold down a friend. Can you imagine trying to hold down a job? Can you fucking imagine? Jesus. God, I couldn't even imagine it. But they won't get a job. First of all, they won't try and get a job, but they won't be able to get a job. They have too much of a bad name for themselves to be able to get a job. Hey babe, you done your video? You're a breath of fresh air. Thank you, Kaylee. No one's going to employ him. And they said, I actually seen a video this morning of Elphaba walking around, obviously, with the Gucci hat on and the new perfume and stuff like that. All that money they've spent. I seen a video of him saying, oh, by the way, and this is the, the whole, like, are you proud of me thing? Reassurance. Or tell me, how many of you are proud of me because I might be going to a drama school? Sorry, who? Why would anyone be proud of that? What do you want? Well done, good for you, you're going to a drama school. But are you though? Are you going to a drama school? Because I can't imagine anyone in their right mind, anyone in their right mind letting you into their place of work or where they are schooled, whatever. I can't imagine it. He hasn't paid a bill in their life. I believe that. I completely believe that. Yeah. Imagine them actually having a place of their own and having to pay for food and water and gas and electric and clothes. Things like that. Can you imagine? I'm proud of my son, who has fought the hate for years, battles every day with everything. You know what? I'm proud of him as well. And I am. Because I'll be proud of any young trans person, or trans person in general, who has had to fight to be who they are, to wake up to this shit. Because it is shit, innit? We wake up to this every day. And you know, and I'm like, oh God, do I just leave, man? But I'm like, no, because I'm not going to let it get the better of me. It gets me fucking hacked off, and it does, when I see things like that. Especially when I myself have lived through being classed as homeless, and I know people who have actually been fucking homeless, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to take to Instagram and it's the trolls' fault. And then they were like saying, oh, it's mothers. It's mothers that are making me homeless. Sorry? Mothers? Why mothers? Why? And have you noticed that Elphaba's got this like thing about they've got a real problem with women. Real problem. And has that stemmed from their own mother? Do we think? Yeah. Real problem with women. Mothers in particular. It's always the mother's fault or parents' fault. Thank you, Gothic Gal. It's always the mother's fault, parents' fault for, you know, taking the kids into the public toilet. I don't know how you can blame someone for taking the child to the toilet. Because what are they meant to do as well? They're meant to go, I know that you need the toilet and you're about to piss your pants, but I can't actually take you in there just in case someone like Elphaba's in there. And I don't really feel comfortable with that, so you might have to just piss yourself. Pull the fucking other one. No. 2 minutes in a room is all like, oh, trust me, Jane, I don't even need 2 minutes. 30 seconds, I will have them on their fucking knees. And I've said this before. Get me in the ring with them, for a starter. Get me in the ring. Get me in the ring. But I've said it before, I'll say it again, right? 1 minute, and I'll have them on the knees, and I'll tell you why. Can't call me a clout chaser, can't call me transphobic, and can't say that I'm defamating your character. So you can't say all these 3 things that you love to fucking say. What are you going to say to me? And the fact is, every time you'd say something to me about your gender transition or about your identity, I will tear you down immediately. Because I've lived through it. I know how it fucking feels. I've watched other people live through it. What could you possibly say to me that I wouldn't be able to respond to? And you know what? The funny thing is if I had FaceTime with them, like face to face, right? I wouldn't get angry. But they wouldn't be able to say anything. I'm quite good at that, though. People would pay to see me speak to them. I know this. But like I say, get me in the ring with him. He wouldn't get a word in. I'd fucking bomb them. I would probably, right, because this is just the type of person I am, I would probably say, you get all your shit out in the open now before I start speaking. Because once I speak, you won't get a fucking word in. And not to mention, you actually won't know what to say. Because if you're not behind a camera and repeating yourself, because if you notice, they repeat themselves over and over and over again. Literally. They'll say something 5 times. You know why they do that? Psychology. They're thinking of the next thing that they have to say, but while they're thinking and don't know what they're saying, they'll just repeat themselves. It's psychology. Yeah. Got your fucking number, mate. And don't take us for fucking fools. We ain't stupid either. Mickey, thank you so much for the fist bump. Yeah, we aren't fucking stupid at the end of the day. As much as Elphaba would love to think that everyone but them is fucking stupid, a stupid, transphobic, clout chasing, whatever, The thing is, Elphaba is a clout chaser, for a starter. Hence the reason why they go around and try to be friends with these bigger TikTokers or whatever, right? And then when they call everyone transphobic, I've said it before, is Elphaba not transphobic? Because they have been told time and time again the regression that they are pushing upon the trans community, the damage and the hurt that them alone are causing in the trans community, and then continue to do it. Isn't that transphobia? Knowing the damage that you're doing. Is that not transphobia? And I could say that you were defamating me when you took the piss out of my accent. Are you defamating me? Can I pull that into question? Should I go to the police? Because apparently that's the thing that they do all the time. Go to the police about everything. Do you know why this has happened today? Because of CLA being arrested. I don't know the whole CLA thing. I'm not really in tune with it all. Elphaba I am. CLA I'm not. But I just know that CLA has been arrested again. Don't know what for. I'm sure that she said I'm trans, I can't be trans. Yeah, well, here's the thing. Elphaba has once upon a time said, I'm transgender, I can't be transphobic. But yeah, apparently other trans people can be transphobic, including myself. I don't think that a trans person can be transphobic, but if you want to play that fucking game, Elphaba's transphobic. Enough said. Nick, thank you so much for the hand heart. Make it make sense. It'll never make sense, will it? It'll never make sense. CLA transphobia, homophobia. Reason between April and July. Is that why she's being arrested? Anne-Marie, thank you so much for the love you. Make my brain hurt. Carla, thank you for the heart, me. Did I get 2 love yous then? John, thank you for the gnome. T for 2, thank you so much for the... Where's it gone? Is it called You're Amazing? I am already following you. Thank you so much. Oh, yes, Jade. Absolutely. Elphaba is indeed misogynistic to its highest form as well. Got a real problem with women, specifically mothers. It is true, yeah. Well, as they say, apparently from tomorrow, they're going to be homeless. As from tomorrow, apparently. But you know what's really funny as well? Not only are they begging for money on here and Cameo and stuff like that, they're asking charities for help. Yeah. Apparently they can't go back to the mum's house because then trolls are going to make the mum homeless as well. Apparently. I agree, Casey. But this is what I was saying at the beginning of this live. They make enough money to be able to pay for rent. If you can make enough money to go down to a market and spend 100 quid and then go and get a bottle of perfume that was 120 quid and then go out and get a takeaway that was 50 quid, what? You've just spent nigh on 350 quid. 250, 350, whatever, 300 quid, whatever that is. Could that not go towards rent? Instead, you're spending this money whilst you're in a hostel, classing yourself as homeless. 160 quid on a Gucci scrunchie. Oh, they make me sick, honestly. They make me fucking sick. And who cares? Who cares? Who's looking at that scrunchie going, oh yeah, that's a really nice scrunchie, that. I bet that costs a lot of money. No one gives a fuck. No one cares. So you're literally spending that amount of money for nothing. Rave Princess, thank you for the potato cap. No one cares, man. Yep, £70 karaoke. I've got to try and give my head a wobble after all. All right, Jane, thank you for coming in. And thank you for your input as well. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated indeed. Anyway, this gift gallery is regenerated yesterday. I did pop on yesterday. So, I'm going to put them up here. Because it's Thursday. Oh, what was it? I forgot. What was it? Donuts. Right. If anyone sends... Fucking hell. If anyone sends 12 donuts in a row, which is now up here. If anyone sends 12 donuts in a row from one person, you become the title gifter of the donuts. Gets lit up in the gift gallery with your username. What was I saying? Oh, and we've got subs up here as well. Don't forget. The subs were going mental, was it last week? I was like, yes. And we've got over 100 subs anyway. Oi. Thank you for the donuts, guys. Did anyone light it up? Who lit it up? Did someone light it up, or did it just fill with different people? And who just subbed as well? Shell, thank you so much for the subscription. I'm now following you back. Did we light it up? No. Who sent 8? Morty, was it? Morty. If you send 4 more, you become the title gifter. But you know this, don't you? Tap the screen, please, peeps. I always forget about likes. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Ah, Morty. Megan beat you to it. Megan was like, nah. Megan, thank you so much for the donuts. Very much appreciated. You are now the title gifter of the donuts. Morty, you just missed out. Just missed out, man. Thank you so much, Megan. I would say Megan. Trisha, thank you for the tofu. Megan, thank you for the rose. I've got an itchy nose. I'm a point and I didn't know it. What's next? Paper cranes.
The Observer, providing you with the latest TikTok drama from across the UK.